Recruiter, has your billing stay same for the last 6 months, even after you implement AI? You got automation, you may got workflow, even you may be built entire AI system. However, your number have not changed yet. Because the most AI system are built around tasks, not around billing. And they save time, they save admin work, they increase efficiency. However, they never directly impact the number that matter most, revenue. And in this video we unpack the core strategy, what's the fundamental, and that help to build a system that actually impact billing and help us to build more. Let's go on the concept. Now, before touching any tools, before building any workflows, what we do is we audit our business, and the goal is simply to find out where is where are these needle moving activities and how I can focus on that. So there is a four question you need to ask to yourself. So what tasks bring more client? As my understanding, it's about conversation and having phone call with the hiring manager. It may be different for you depending on how you're doing your business development. So figure out which tasks actually moving the needle. Then find the core of it. What actually need your attention? Actually, like where, for example, when I doing cold call, like cold call is moving needle for particular recruitment agency. So there is a lot of stuff that go in cold call, building list to dialing to follow up. However, there is a one core activity that need to be done to get the most out of it, is having conversation with hiring manager. That's is a needle moving activities. You need to find that core activities and lay out that. Now, after that, what you do, you list all the action what you before all the action that you're doing before the core tasks, and what actions you are doing after the core tasks. That's all. We'll list out, and I will give you the tools how to just think about it. All those things. It's not like theory crafted. We're going to diagnose live proper. And after that, we run through with couple of audit system after figure outing that elimination, automation, delegation, and what need your attention. This is the whole thing. Now talk about goals. Almost every recruitment agencies have goal, a certain billing number. It may be adding 50K additional, 100K additional, 200K additional per month. But that is not a question. The question is, do you have the system and processes to achieve that goals? Ask yourself, have you built your entire system aligning to your billing goal, or it is just automating bunch of random tasks to just free a little bit of time here and there? Because I'm asking very deep level, because I speak with lot of recruiter in the past couple of months, and have no clear idea how to achieve the goal. They have big aspiration. I know the recruiter have very good work ethic. They have big dreams. However, when I see their system and processes, it not aligned and not going with their ambition. It's broken down. So I need you to be honest with that, because it's nothing be f- be like fear of, or nothing to be awkward, because You don't know how to build systems at. You need to see and accept the, okay, there is something broken. Otherwise, you never took action. So we need to understand, is there is system is broken or not? If broken, now you can take action and you can focus on energy to develop a process and SOPs that help you to achieve that particular goal. Let's introduce our first tool to understand business properly. It is flowchart. Now, here and we are mapping your whole business in a linear fashion. Before building any tool, before building any workflow, before building any system, you need to understand your business in the back of your hand. Everything in clear, crisp way. And you need to have a proper SOPs. Okay, after I do this, then you have this happen, then this, and this. And you need to have like all the condition map it out. Okay. Okay, if this happen, go this. If it happen, this go this. Because we are not going to just playing like a hustle game and just try to just achieve a goal with just doing a lot of work. We need to build a system that help to achieve the goal with as minimum effort required, with at maximum efficiency. That's all. So how we do it, we map the whole businesses. Now for before mapping the whole business, I map the BD section. I want you to map a section by section, because when you try to map all the business s- workflows, it get chaotic. So I want you to map individual flow chart, then connect to each other. No, let's go to overview first of all. How it map. So for every recruitment business, there is a four step. Figure outing who need hiring. Second, contact info. So we need to contact them. Then we need to figure out what we're saying, going to say, message. Then we need to deliver message. It can be follow up and again, repeat cycle. Then we need to book a meeting to just discuss in person, and there will be a job order. Now, each step have their own outcome, own KPIs, and a person who should be responsible for it. There's a three thing. What the each step should produce, what is the KPI, what's the data point, and who will be responsible for that. First of all, the whole system, like if I go with this example, the first step is all about finding the person who need hiring with any means. We can find the person with job board or funding analysis, leadership change, company left, employee left, anything. Any of this thing implies somebody need hiring. So there's a multiple way, and this is the outcome. Who need. Now what's the KPIs? KPI is that how good and how aligned they are with our service. Do they fall in our niche? Do they are need dire need, or they need hiring in a immediately, they need hiring like in a 6 week, or they are a future prospect. Like a job board, it's immediately. For funding, it is long term. If somebody raise the fund, you don't go to immediately there to just say okay, you need hire. You go there to build relationship the person, So when they need hiring, you be the top of their mind. That's all we're doing. For that, just like there's each step have their own outcome, KPIs, and who, like who is responsible for. Now, when you map it down, there's a different branches to do it. This is the like overall system how it work. In that, you have a subsystem like cold calling system, cold email system, your sales process in between, your multi-channel outreach system. Like when somebody come out, you send multiple emails, in-mails to the person with different like using Harris instantly or manually. So there's multiple subsystem on that. Now you need to map it out everything. So after mapping that, you find couple of steps that is unnecessary, that is not required. I need to go to eliminate that stuff. And this is the first tool called elimination. Eliminate. Because you are not billing less because you are not doing more work. We are billing less because we are doing too many work that is not important to bill more. There's too many taxes that you are doing that is not necessary. So you need to figure out what action I should remove from this particular flow. You need to always like deletion, clean it out. If you don't do that, you just add a bunch of stuff and you life pull you like in 100 directions, and your energy like be like separated in 100 direction, and you can never focus on one particular task that move the needle in full energy so you can produce a breakthrough result. So you need to think them, have you just change the mindset to deletion. Delete anything that is not giving any value, that's not producing any outcome. Remove it. Just first rule, deletion always. Now, second rule. Let me put my charger here. One sec. Yeah. After deletion, you eliminate a lot of stuff. What you do, you 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 just have like the core system that need to be done. Simple. Now and then we go to second step, automate. Now let's go to automate. For that, I give you example of cold call system. So the cold call system work this way. You first find again who need your service, then you find contact info, you do research on that, you use a dialer to call them, you have conversation script, then you handle objection. Let's go to script and have objection. We not need that right now. Let's go to book meeting, and there will be follow up, and that's when we this show up. No, this is the thing. After that, there will be the sales cycle. No. So how I do cold call? It's a very unique way I do cold call because I figure out rather than reaching out to my niche as whole, why not I reach out the person who is dire need of my service? How I do it is simple. I find a LinkedIn post where the thought leader or the expert talk about AI and give a lead magnet. Let's suppose that there are various people that's in the industry right now. They are producing a lot of posts about AI and providing a lot of good lead magnets. What I do, I go and see the post and figure out in which post the commenter and the reactor who likes thing maybe fit my client, maybe fit to become my client. I find that. Then what I do, I scrape the comment, I will scrape the reaction. After that, I do research and build a list, and that's the process. However, that's not all. Then I call them within the 48 hour, book a meeting, and follow up with video outreach. Not a generic SMS, not a generic email, just video outreach and call them several times. Now, this is the whole system that I do. Now, this is working for me. And why I tell you that? Because a lot of people and a lot of recruiters have illusion that if they use AI, it produce the results. No, you have certain processes and strategy that already producing result. You just make it fast. Like this process is working very well for me. However, there is a lot of thing that I need to automate and focus on. I'll give you example. Now, finding a LinkedIn post. Okay, that's a thing. Contact info, resourcing. Like finding a LinkedIn post is one of the needle moving activity because if I don't find the right post, I'm reaching out bunch of people who do not need my service. So this is the process. I need a human insight. Insight. It's a process that even though I'm using AI to find the posters, I need a human, probably me, to just go and check does this post actually relevant to my niche, to my business. Then, then after that, finding the contact info and research is not a task I need to do myself because it's just a systematic flow of work. So what I do, I have a cloud system. I put the LinkedIn URL, post URL. It go there. It scrape the comment, it scrape the likes and reaction. Then it go again and filter out all the person who is not a recruiter. Then again it filter out the person is is most likely in my niche, is borderline and not in my niche. Then it go after that I see the list and I say okay, research on this person, this is on full, this is only the person in my niche, or this is the person who is also in borderline. Depending on the what kind of post, I make a judgment, go research on that, and produce a proper sheet. I put in a dialer and start dialing. So this the whole work to just getting the comment of person, scraping on that, selecting who is in my inner niche and whom I need to call, what I need to speak in first 30 second is already done. Then I do the call, then I do meeting. Now, what I see over a period of time, the follow-ups is another more needle moving activities, because after having conversation, the main core thing that everything I'm doing for this is to doing having more conversation with recruiter. That's all. Anything I'm doing after or before or any strategy in future I will do is having conversation with the recruiter who is aligned or who is like interested to having a system to for their business. That's all. And everything is just supporting this one. However, the follow-up is another needle moving activities. What I see when I focus, when I personalize the follow, like actually sending a video or voice note to my lead or to my prospect and multiple time, they show up in high percentage. Like let's suppose my show up is 50% right now because recruiters are busy, they need to do a lot of tasks and shit's coming on and going on. And if it increased to me to like 80%, 30%, my business grew by 30%. Because if you show that like in 100 conversation, like let's suppose I get 2 to 3 meetings, let's suppose first time after that only one, let's suppose I get 2 to 4 to make it easy to grasp, 4 meetings and I get only 4 to show up, but after I do that I get 3% to show up, means that I get 33% more revenue when just personalizing the follow-up. And it takes only like 10 to 20% more work that I already save here. And that's, I'm talking about what is the needle moving activities. A lot of people just automating the stuff, but that is not a point. Automate the stuff that is not relevant, that's not need human insight, and take that time and that resources and that energy and channel it something that moving the needle. And that is for me is follow, and I doing that, and that's improving my show rate. This is the whole process you have to go through again and again for different part of your business, finding the core activity, finding the needle moving activity, and automating that not working, and channeling your energy to the needle working activities. And that's all. And this is the missing piece. You don't need to automate all of your tasks. I say that you need to automate that need to be automate, and you need to be go all in that need to be personalized, that need to be taken care of. And that's always with the needle moving activities. Now, I speak a lot about that. First you do elimination, then you automate. Now there is a delegation. Let's suppose you have a team, and a lot of recruiter person have team. So you need to figure out, okay, do these tasks actually need my attention, or I can just delegate with the team. Let's suppose you are very good closer in cold call. I'm just an example, but if you just do more cold call, you get more meetings. However, you can't just go to follow up, but you have a team. You can just put your one person to just do bigger outreach for you, and that will be the needle making activities. And that's the second part. Just going to 80/20 to 80/20. Like this is the 80/20, like this 20 is 80/20. However, you going further ahead, 80/20 finding the 4% task, that's this, and delegating the second part to your team and delegating. And I will always say it's about delegating human plus AI. When you have a system set up, make sure that you minimize as much manual activities you can, and then delegate with the full process. And you left with such a less work. However, the work you're doing actually growing your business. Now, this is the whole step. I don't want to give you like a template about, okay, you need to automate this, you need to build this kind of system. This is system work a lot. Not, because it doesn't work that way. Every business have some nuances. The system work for you. You not need to change for system, and you need to figure out it for yourself. But however, if you want someone else, there's a book, there's a link in description. You can go book a meeting, and we can go and help you out to find out everything you need, everything, all the research, everything in detail. And if you think that you need more information, there's another link in the description, that how top recruiters are using AI, and just learn it, see how recruiters are just using AI system in different part of it, and that give you inspiration. Okay, how I can use AI in better way, which section is work. For time being, have a great day.